total, apparently, 659.
Our Anchor says like such a different story. They should really consolidate those data
Yeah,
sets
they
since
own
they're
each
the
other.
same fucking
Holy
company.
shit, dude. Dude, when you realize, and I think I said this on maybe not this pod, but another podcast of mine, where big monolith companies are really just people, and you realize that, just like how we're fucking people, but they're kind of have a little more time to work on their companies. But you realize that they can just fuck up just like how we fuck up, and not do good just like how we not do good.
Yeah, but I mean, like that seems like just like a forefront thing that's just right
Yeah,
there.
and you would think that companies would do it, but just like how we can be the best company ever, sometimes other people with big companies are not a good company.
Well, shit, they're gonna get fucked.
I'm gonna,
Apple
fucking
is gonna
buy
make
you.
their own little fucking podcast platform thingy, and it's gonna take off. And Anchor's gonna be in the dust because they can't get their fucking data on shit
Oof.
on point,
I'm sure they're
and
thinking
they
about
deserve it.
Maybe they're not thinking about it, but hey, Anchor, if you're out there,
I would email them, but they don't listen to us. No one does.
didn't they email you back?
Hell no.
They didn't email you back.
I don't give a fuck.
Spotify's supposed to care about the person.
Anchor.
I mean, Anchor is Spotify.
I remember when I first heard of Anchor, I was like, this stupid app. Never gonna take off.
And
Boy,
look at
was
you
I
now.
wrong.
Look at you now, $1 billion off of Anchor.
Yeah. Invested in it for shits. Fucking crazy.
People tend to. You want to see this graph, dude? Look at this Spotify graph. We got 100% of listeners at the first minute, right? Really kind of goes off around the 25th minute.
Oh, it tells you when?
Yeah.
Oh, how do I log into that?
You go to podcasters.spotify.com.
Oh, okay, that's sick.
Yeah, pretty okay.
You know, I heard a stat that said people that listen to podcasts already don't listen on Spotify, but people that have never listened to podcasts before listen on Spotify.
I see.
Yeah.
That seems kind of somewhat right, I guess.
Did you listen to podcasts before Spotify?
I did. I listened to Rogan. And
Like on what?
on YouTube.
Ooh, that's a little different.
I might have not listened to podcasts before Spotify.
Interesting.
Possibly.
I did, and it's like there's just so many better apps.
What, on Apple?
Even like, yeah, I listened on Apple, and then I listened on Google Podcasts, but now I listen on Pocket Casts. And it's just a clean
Can't believe
interface.
you don't use Spotify for podcasts, dude.
Why would I?
For all of the great things that they have, like being Spotify.
It's great, but I mean, like, I don't know. The user interface is like
They have like the playlist. You don't like the user interface of Spotify?
for podcasts, it's not the best. I
does
can't
the
get I
podcast
can't
app?
get into specifics because I don't remember.
What about the podcast apps you do use?
Pocket Cast.
Yes.
I don't know. It's just like the buttons are huge.
Huge buttons.
It's really easy. It's super easy to rewind.
Uh-huh.
That's like, and it just, I don't know, it just updates in the morning. That's just like convenient for me. I mean, Spotify does this too, but when I go onto the computer, it starts right off where I left off.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I think it's just preference because it's kind of the same shit.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's all the fucking same.
Podcast or Spotify has cool. I've talked about it before. Your Daily Drive and Your Daily Podcast. I like those. Fucking curated personally for you.
For me,
Yep.
did you see that tweet?
Juice WRLD's dead.
Nah,
Mac
the
Miller's
girl
dead?
was like,
Prince?
she tweeted her Spotify wrap up.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh my God, this is so accurate," and the person was like, "Of course it is. It's literally data."
Oh my god, dude! How would they even know?
These guys are crazy. I didn't even tell them my sign.
Oh shit, that was a good one.
Let's hop into some sports.